So, welcome everybody. Hello, sweet Deborah. Hello, Royal Blue Suits Me. I'm so glad. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Geraldine. Hi, Claire. Thanks, you guys. I like the blue too. It's really comfortable. So, I was joking with a friend the other day, and I was like, the gift of breaking your wrist, right? Breaking your arm is like I get to live in sweatpants for like the next 2 or 3 or 4 weeks because I literally can't button anything. It's like hard to do certain things. So I wanted to talk about the gift of receiving the unexpected and the gift of what happens when things don't go the way you expect or plan. And I'm going to kind of share a personal story. So I might cry, I might not. But as you guys are joining, please feel free to comment, like, share, chat, let other people know they can join us in the possibilities. And yeah, and also feel free to ask your own questions as they apply to your life. So 2 weeks ago, yesterday, I was kind of having a bad day. Like not the greatest day at all, and I just didn't feel well and was emotionally not feeling like myself. I was with my son and I was like, all right, I really, 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 really wanted to go to a mountain with my son, but I was like, I don't want to pay for parking. I was making all these excuses. And so we chose to go to the place we usually go. And I ended up on my very first run with my son at the very bottom of the run, making a turn. And the next thing I knew, I was on the ground, writhing in pain, nauseous, seeing stars, knocked the wind out of myself. And I knew in that moment that I had broken my wrist, broken my arm. I didn't know the specifics of it. I didn't know, like, all I knew is I heard a snap and I couldn't move. And it took every ounce of my energy to try and force myself to get back up on my snowboard and literally snowboard the rest of the way. So on a normal day, it would take me a minute. On this particular day, it probably took me 10 to 15 minutes to get down to this particular place because I was in so much pain. And so I want to talk a little bit um, about what happens when something breaks, your relationship breaks, your business breaks, your your um your body breaks, and what's the gift in receiving it, right? And so it's never fun to physically break something, right? And it's interesting, there's statistics that say that breaking your heart, the pain that you experience while your heart is broken, is the equivalent of the pain of literally breaking your leg. Like, I don't know about you, but breaking my wrist was quite excruciatingly painful. And I can only imagine what breaking a leg bone would feel like. And so, my friends, life is changing, right? There's so much unexpected things happening in the world. And I will tell you that, as a healer and as somebody who uses their right hand for a living, I've been writing my book with my right, like I type, I do almost everything, but I don't need my right hand for video. That is one thing I don't need my hand for. But in the experience of that breaking, there was a huge piece in having to surrender to the break. Awesome. Leonie says, hello. Thank you for this conversation. You're so welcome, Leonie. And so I didn't want to break my arm. I wasn't like, hey, today's the day I'm going to go out and freaking fall. And the way that it happened, there was no time to react. There was no time to think. Like, I look back at that moment and all I remember is snowboarding. I was about to take a turn. Someone said something. I looked back. Next thing I know, I'm down on the ground holding my wrist and can't breathe. And so I know for a fact that it's not just a break, it's a breakthrough. But here's some of the things that I've learned in the breakthrough is I had to surrender. I had to surrender to the pain. I had to surrender to the frustration. I had to surrender to the agony. I had to surrender to the operation. I had to surrender to the way that it was going to go at the emergency room. I had to surrender like to health insurance. Like there are all of these amazing lessons and gifts. And I will tell you that when I was on the operating room, I asked not to be put under. I didn't ask for any drugs. And I literally just was like, wow, I'm gonna get my magic back. Like, and all of my magic while I was on the operating room, like all of my angels and my guides and my teammates. And, for those of you that believe in energy and believe in energy work and believe in angels and believe in a higher power, call it God, call it magic, call it infinite, call it universe, call it Allah, call it Buddha, call it whatever you want. There was an experience of all of my magic coming back to me in that moment. And that's when I knew that the break was a gift. And so, the gift in receiving the unexpected, the biggest thing to do that I had to do, and that I think applies to us in our lives, is to surrender. Because you know what, my friends? Life doesn't look like the way we think it's going to. It never shows up the way we think it's going to, and we can certainly try to control it. So, I don't have the link, but if you guys follow Shannon O'Hara did a podcast recently with Gary Douglas and her father, and Gary's the founder of Access Consciousness, and they did a podcast episode on control. And I gotta tell you, it was freaking amazing. And I like every time I listen to it, I think I've listened to it 3 or 4 times. I'm like, wait, what? Because most of us are trying to control ourselves into making money, trying to control ourselves into creating a business, trying to control ourselves into staying in or creating a relationship, trying to control ourselves into losing weight, trying to control ourselves into getting fit. And I will tell you that I wish I could pull up one of the quotes that Gary said. So brilliant, so brilliant. He said, oh, let's see if I can pull it up. It might take me too long to pull it up. Yeah, I think. Oh, okay. I'd have to go and look at it. So I don't have the link, but if you guys look at Ola's on top of it, thank you so much, Ola. So Ola just put the link in for Shannon O'Hara's website and her podcast on control. And so, my friends, when something breaks, it's because, and I will say this, I'll speak for myself and my experience with breaking my right wrist, right? Is that when my right wrist broke, I had to let go. And I had to surrender into no longer controlling things that were out of my control. So when we ask for a bigger life, guess what? We have to let go of control. We have to surrender. And here's the deal, not surrender as in give up, but surrender into being the gift you are. Surrender into receiving from everyone. Yes. So Claire says the energy of surrender feels beautiful. Exactly. Kathy says, me, control freak? LOL. I love you guys so much. So if this conversation is contributing to you, I'm so grateful you guys are here. Please feel free to share it if you would like to. You can also follow us in the Greatest Body Adventure. It's a Facebook page, but we are creating a brand new free membership called the Greatest Body Adventure that has YouTube videos and Instagram posts and Facebook videos and things that sort of over the 8 years of talking about the wisdom of the body, the magic of the body's ability to heal itself, but also our ability to choose for the greatness of ourselves and to choose for the magic and to surrender into possibilities, not force, because nobody likes to be forced into anything. right? And so when something breaks in your life, it's probably because you're trying to control it, and the universe wants to open up the doors for you to receive more than you've been willing to receive. So when I broke my arm, I had to receive friends contributing to me. I had to receive people paying for groceries for me. I had to receive people like my son helping cook for me. Like, God bless that man. I had friends invite me over for dinner because they wanted to cook for me. Like, I had to surrender into receiving more than I would have ever been willing to receive because, I'm a control freak, so it doesn't resonate for any of you. And so just wanted to share with you and come on here and talk about it because it was really humbling as a healer and as somebody who follows energy to know that there was something in my life that needed to break. And it wasn't very fun. It didn't feel very comfortable. But what I will tell you is in surrendering into the gift of what happened, like, yeah, I can't snowboard or ski for about 3 weeks to another month. And you know what? Is that okay? Yes, because what else can I create? And so I don't know about you, and I've been talking about this a lot lately, is, we've been now in COVID for going on a year, and we're having to surrender, not to, oh, I'm going to let COVID take over my life, but I'm going to surrender into the idea that there are different choices I can start to make to create my life. Right? So if I can't get on a plane and facilitate classes all over the world, what can I do? Right? And it's not that I can't get on a plane and go to places in the world. It's more just like, it's not really the lightest choice right now. The lightest choice is to surrender into being at my home in Aspen and creating what I've always dreamed of creating. And so, my friends, the gift in receiving the unexpected is that when life doesn't go your way, when your finances don't go your way, when your business doesn't go your way, when your relationships don't go your way, what if you were willing to allow yourself to receive that there is a gift in it instead of looking at it that it's a problem or it's a wrongness? I'm going to say this, nothing that comes from consciousness is a wrongness. And everything that shows up in your life is a result of what you've been asking for. So guess what? Before my break, guess what I was asking for? A bigger life, a bigger business, greater visibility in the world. And there were some things in my life I was choosing that I was choosing to keep me small, to keep me comfortable, right? To keep me in certain places where I was lying to myself. And so, my friends, nothing that occurs in our lives is by accident. Everything that occurs is designed to steer us into the greatness and the magic of you. So if you're in a hard place, right, in between a rock and a hard place, and things aren't going as planned right now, maybe you could start to ask some questions like, what's the gift in this? What is the universe asking you to receive that you've never received before? And are you willing to receive you? So I just wanted to come on here, have a conscious conversation. If you'd like to join us on our Greatest Body Adventure membership, it is free. I actually don't know how to sign up for it. So maybe you just want to go to katherinemcintosh.com and you might be able to find it there. I believe that it's there for you to click on. It's called the Greatest Body Adventure. It is free. It's a membership. It'll take you everywhere you want to go, and you're welcome to join. We've got some amazing classes coming up. I'm not going to spend my time talking about them today, but you can certainly check them out on the website if you want. My friends, I just want to say there is a gift in the unexpected, always, every day, in everything we choose. So thank you for being the magic of you. Thank you for the gift of you. Thank you for choosing. Yeah, what's right about this? I'm not getting exactly. It's a great question to ask, my friends, because there is a gift in everything. And you are not a wrongness. You are a gift. You are a gift to you. You are a gift to the world. You are a gift to everyone around you. And if you can't see that, then maybe it's time to be out of control with your receiving. So, my friends, thank you so much for being here. I adore you. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Maybe I'll be here a little bit earlier tomorrow, but thank you for being here. I adore you and see you tomorrow. Bye for now. You're so welcome, Claire. There you go. Bye, everybody.